Hey everyone, if you're looking for a way to roll up multiple invoice line items under one header or product name, then you will probably want to use one of ChargeOver's available features called bundles. Bundles allows you to combine more than one product or plan and sell them together as a single unit. This feature is particularly useful if you have certain fees you want to hide from a customer but still contribute to the initial cost of the product. It also can make for a cleaner looking invoice or quote as well. Bundles can be used on quotes, subscriptions, and invoices. And today I'm going to show you guys how to enable bundles, how to create a bundle, what a bundle could look like on each of the objects I mentioned previously, and then finally I'll go over some things to keep in mind when using bundles. So let's get into it. From your dashboard page to enable bundles, you're going to go to your settings, features tab, more features, and then you'll just search up bundles. You'll select the little checkbox here, and then you'll just click save, and then bundles are enabled for your account. Going back to the dashboard, you can find bundles underneath your products tab. And then to create a new bundle, you'll just go to the bundles tab and then click new bundle. From here, you can name your bundle, add a description if you want, and then the most important thing here is to choose the correct default bundle display that will show for customer-facing invoices, subscriptions, and quotes. So if we have three different options here, you can decide not to show bundle items. You can decide to show bundle items with each line item's rate or without each line item's rate. So I'll show examples of that in a few minutes here. Just going to create a bundle first. So from your list of existing products, you'll select which ones you want to add to the bundle as line items. Just do a few things here. And then once you guys have those line items selected, you can click save. Under the more advanced options, you can see the status of the bundle. And then if you guys want to add an external key or accounting SKU, then you can. And then one more thing I want to point out here, if you click the three vertical dots next to the audit log, you have the choice to either make the bundle inactive, delete it entirely, or you'll have like a unique hosted sign-up form link that you can use for the bundle as well if you guys have that feature enabled. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a subscription and a quote and an invoice and what bundles look like on each of those things in ChargeOver. This is just for your internal view, so your customers won't be seeing this necessarily. Here's the header of the bundle, and then the line items are nested underneath that. That's for a subscription. For a quote, the header is in like a darker font, and then the line items are kind of grayed out underneath it. And that's the same way with the invoice as well. And then I just want to show you guys, depending on what setting you have chosen for the bundle display option that we went over earlier, this is what it could look like to a customer, so customer facing now. So the first example is showing bundle items with each item's rate. The second option is not showing bundle items. It's just showing the header for the bundle, and then I have a credit card processing fee that's completely separate from the bundle that's showing. And then the third option is showing bundle items without each item's rate, but it is showing the name of the line items here. And then there's just a rolled up amount that's in the corner here. So before I kind of end, I just want to go over some things that you need to keep in mind when using bundles. And this might not apply to everyone, but just kind of good things to keep in mind. So the first thing, the bundle item itself does not sync to QuickBooks or Xero, but each line item on the bundle, along with each product component's rate, quantity, description, applicable taxes, and so on will sync to these platforms. The second thing is because the bundle itself does not have its own rate, the bulk update pricing tool will not affect the bundle itself. However, the bulk update pricing tool will affect each of the bundle's line items. So if you go to a normal product, click into it, and then click bulk subscription update. This is if you want to update the description or pricing. It'll update these things on the product and within the bundle if I had this assigned to a bundle, if that makes sense. And then some other things kind of regarding percentage discounts. So percentage discounts outside a bundle offer a percentage discount off the entire invoice. And then percentage discounts inside a bundle apply the discount to the individual bundle line items. So it'll kind of give you, bundles kind of give you an option for kind of calling out which line items you want discounted when you guys are creating subscriptions and invoices and quotes and things. So kind of useful in that way. And then the last thing is if you have a custom invoice or quote template before enabling bundles, updates may be needed to ensure that bundles are displaying correctly on those templates. And once bundles are enabled and you enable them, support will be notified and submit a request to our development team so that they can review and adjust your templates if necessary. And usually they do need to be adjusted, but depending on the complexity of your template, usually it is not too complex to do. So I just want to kind of wrap up what I went over today. I went over how you can enable bundles, what a bundle can look like on each of the objects in ChargeOver, which were subscriptions, invoices, and quotes. I went over how to create a bundle, and then I went over some things you should keep in mind when using bundles. As always, if you have further questions, please reach out to our support team at support@chargeover.com, and we would be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.